Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are in the tower in Heritage Hill in Defiance Bay, and we need to find out what happened here because the whole district of Heritage Hill is full of zombies, and apparently it was caused in this tower. Alright.
That's how it's done!
Okay, that was easy. Not a problem at all. What do we have here? Scroll of Minoletta? You can get that. I never use it though. Fold a page from Althelm's journal, day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves. I'm sorry, my bad. I did not see that coming. This burp, sorry for that. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy.
Not a problem.
We have another table down here. Ooh, a Sigil of the Arcane, Major Spellbind Arcane Dampener of Intellect. Let's grab it into my inventory for now, and then I will check what it's... +1 Intellect. I think I have something with Intellect already. Probably won't actually help me, because Intellect is... Yeah, no, I don't, but... I don't need Intellect. Eternal Funding, +5 coppers. Second level spells, yeah, that's good. But do you have Intellect somewhere? Yes, you have Intellect on your leather armor. So maybe for you then? Deflection. The thing is, I don't know if you need Intellect, but you have it anyways. You maybe? Constitution? Well, yeah, come on, you can have it. Because she's certainly not using Intellect, I know that. She is a...
Just say the word.
Paladin. I think paladins use charisma. Day 10. Patron Scrum Patient. Ah yeah, that's... I already read that. Yeah, it can go here.
Not a problem.
More enemies on this side, or did we kill them all already? Apparently we killed them. The pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. Okay, another scroll of fireball for you. And page from Altem's journal, day 11. Finally get out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindic, this guy came to fly with stray lightning. I say it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. I guess he didn't want to kill all those people. I don't know if the old guy wanted to either. Maybe it was just an accident. Potion of Merciless Gaze. This can go to... Actually, why not to there? And Glanfathen Customs. What is here? Alright. A lot of things to sell. And then we can we not go upstairs further? Ah, there's the... Oh, I didn't see those stairs there. Yeah, we can go up here. Do we still have the... no, I don't think so. No, we don't have the bonuses. In that case, we can rest, because... Actually, we have a bonus because of the rest we had in the tavern, so I shouldn't make a rest here. Because I really like... Let's see... Vixen's Burrow resting bonus, yeah, that's the one. So
slowly
I shouldn't. Okay, find out how the Engwithan machine in Heritage Hill works. There's Adhelm. Oh, he's probably already a...
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing.
Let's talk to
device.
him. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he returns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Ager pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He smashes a fist into the Ager pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise but doesn't plead.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Given the catastrophe that followed, the commission and your research might matter a great deal. Stick to the present. When did the disaster start?
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
Here's my theory. I think the agent of the Latin key came here to activate it. I don't know how that agent know how to do this, but apparently, at least I think that's what happened. So I don't think that Helderman and his assistant are at fault here. I think it was the Latin key agent. As exciting as the prospect of a living machine may be, I suspect that given the mention of a machine and a masked figure both, there is another explanation.
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
But you're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
Not mine though, and not any of my companions.
I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
So you'd killed soldiers that came here?
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
How can I help?
Not your help I need, it's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes! The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
I don't think she wants to. She quite likes her current existence, I believe. But I guess we'll have to kill her eventually. Anyways. Wait, runes? The Engwithan runes? She can read them? He speaks of this feat so blandly. Let's talk instead to this Harridan, Diego. I'd pick her thoughts at time. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near. Too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. Okay. Well, I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes. Acantha. She was here.
I know where she is.
Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
I'm sorry, I'm not giving you any body. There's a saying in Rotauri about feeding sharks. Don't do this, Diego. If nothing else, you're liable to lose a hand. Okay, find Ikana. I mean, I will find her. I already know where she is. Standing near the device feels like being blown about by a storm gale. The stone steps him with energy. Well, I guess if we stay here too long, we'll also get, we'll also become zombies. Alright, let's get out of here to Acantha. A winding staircase runs to the core of the tower, providing access to all levels. Proceed to the bottom. This wasn't actually going to the bottom, you know. I had to, like, this one was going here, and the next one was there on that side, but anyways, let's get out of here and talk to Acantha. Hey, Acantha's place is here. There we are. Now, saving the game, just in case we need to actually fight her. And then let's talk to her.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I need the words that operate the Engwithan machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
You feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of her soul. I think maybe she is the Ledenki agent, but we will see.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Humble him now by demonstrating the value of your research. My silence demonstrates it more succinctly. Your words fan the strange codes of the center of a soul. The problems in Heritage Hill are bigger than your rivalry, Ikantha. What do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Her pride burns brighter still. Tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Okay, so you seem to know a lot about Ter Nuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
And how do you operate the machine atop Ter Nuneth?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
Well, I'd release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. What? But what good is observing all this if you're going to hoard it for yourself? Tell her, Diego. An entire language at your fingertips, and she hides it away. Extinguish her pride? I can do that? The vampire doesn't seem to notice as you wrap your mind around this quarreling, burning mass. However, it sears your very bones. You jump back, crying out in pain. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around the debate. All I've learned, years of studying the Engwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Your knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. Her pride smolders still. Your opportunities here are finite. One day the knowledge will die with it. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong, but there's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. I don't think she is interested in that. I'll try to extinguish it again. It's just slower. You reach for it, but it's still too hard to grasp in your mind for more than a second. It may not be much, but it's still something. You can't take that away from me. Will that really be enough for you? The dying cinder clings to life. It will. It must be. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is blackened diamond hard rock. You cast it away, where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
The cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes. far more than Ecantha has shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together, the language of Engwithan, and once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
The speaker of their tongues now, and so he surpasses 100 frustrated scholars in the matter of a few moments. I don't suppose you could look at a few books for me. He said the other towers around Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to do that? Another mystery. Hypothetically, any way they wished. The real question... Okay, I heard that already. Explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of Ter Nuneth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them and the tower shall obey. I see, so I just have to say them. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Machine controls, yeah. Volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. I mean... Isn't that what we want, to destroy it? It would also destroy the souls. Okay, we don't want to destroy the souls, we just want to destroy the bodies, right? Out of the corner of his eye, Aloth gives you a sly look. It seems your ravenous new friend has just given us the key to ending this wretchedness for good. And now that we've seen what this machine is capable of, I do hope you're not squeamish about the loss of a few hundred souls. That's all, thanks. Deal with the Engwithan machine. Why is it still so blurry now? Okay, it's better. Okay. So she's not the agent of the Latin key. But this person who came and activated the tower, the machine in the tower, that was for sure a Latin key agent. I'm pretty sure of that. So basically what we saw, that was just the Latin key agent, because we got this vision from this person in the Latin key temple. Yeah, she let us see it, and I think it was the person who came here. Proceed to the top. Alright, we're ready. I hope that he can still talk to us, and he's not yet, you know. Adham looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for a moment. Alright. A jagged Adra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of thwarting the device. I could stop the machine, or I could destroy it. The thing is, if I maximize this, the souls will be destroyed. Would it be, you know, like killing them? I mean, they're already dead. Maybe that would release them in, you know, in the afterlife? I don't know. It's difficult for me to say. I could choose end, and those souls would be saved, or maximize it and the souls will be destroyed. But I don't want to risk it, so I'll probably choose end. I'm a good character. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the Aedra under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant. Nah, he's still alive, right?
Still and silent. It's finally over.
It is. He would probably be dead if I had, you know, destroyed it. Okay. Do we have any update on the quest? No, this is completed, right? We have to go to the... Yeah... You know, we have to go to the other district now to report. We have to also inform Lady Webb about this, yeah. And then we follow with, which one was it? Travel to the cliffs, unimpressed plates, speak to Augusti at the Valian embassy. That's probably where we need to head. Anyways, let's go. Go down to the bottom. Alright. It was my decision. I didn't want to kill all the souls, yeah. So I didn't. Okay, let's get out of here. I hope they open the door for us. Maybe we need to crash it open, you know, I don't know. We were able to get inside of here by using intimidation. Let's hope we'll be able to get out of here as well. Apparently, yes. There, that's the nice man who helped me. And thank the Iron Arm for it. We'll get you sorted out at the keep. Nice. The tower, it's off. Does this mean the curse of Heritage Hill is lifted? I guess I just moved the dial around on the machine in the tower. So you turned the tower off by accident? Actually not. It doesn't matter. I suppose we should wait a while and see if it's really safe. If so, good job. Alright then. It's time to go to First Fires. Alright. We have the Ducal Palace here, we have the Valian Embassy, Ondra's Gift, Temple of Werdica. Oh, there's another entrance to the temple. And this way to Brackenbury and the Crucible Keep. So there's not much here. But at least something. It's probably best if we go inside of the keep, not the keep, inside of the Ducal Palace, to report what we did. If they let us inside, that's the question. We'll see about it. I don't know who we have to report it to anyways. But let's see if we are allowed to enter. Looks like we are. Hall of Records, Shrine of Magran. I'm not going to do anything now, because we'll enter a conversation and I want to do this in the next episode. We've reached 30 minutes of recording time in exactly 5 seconds. It will be not as much for you because I will cut it down a bit to get rid of all the loading screens, of course. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye bye.